Now Lot, who was going along with Abram, also owned sheep and cattle and tents. And a quarrel arose between the herders of Abram's livestock and the herders of Lot's livestock. Hence Abram said to Lot, "Please, do not let any quarreling continue between me and you, and between my herdsmen and your herdsmen, for we men are brothers. Please, separate from me." Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan, but Lot dwelt among the cities of the district. Finally he pitched tent near Sodom. And the men of Sodom were bad, and were gross sinners against Jehovah. Now the two angels arrived at Sodom by evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. When Lot caught sight of them, then he got up to meet them, and bowed down with his face to the earth. And he proceeded to say, "Please now, my lords, turn aside, please, into the house of your servant, and stay overnight, and have your feet washed. Then you must get up early and travel on your way." To this they said, "No, but in the public square is where we shall stay overnight." But he was very insistent with them, so that they turned aside to him and came into his house. Then he made a feast for them, and he baked unfermented cakes, and they went to eating. Before they could lie down, the men of the city, the men of Sodom, surrounded the house, from boy to old man, all the people in one mob. And they kept calling out to Lot and saying to him, "Where are the men who came into you tonight? Bring them out to us, that we may have intercourse with them." Finally Lot went out to them to the entrance, but he shut the door behind him. Then he said, "Please, my brothers, do not act badly. Please, here I have 2 daughters who have never had intercourse with a man. Please, let me bring them out to you. Then do to them as is good in your eyes. Only to these men do not do a thing, because that is why they have come under the shadow of my roof." At this they said, "Stand back there." And they added, "This lone man came here to reside as an alien, and yet he would actually play the judge? Now we are going to do worse to you than to them." And they came pressing heavily in on the man, on Lot, and were getting near to break in the door. So the men thrust out their hands and brought Lot into them, into the house, and they shut the door. But they struck with blindness the men who were at the entrance of the house, from the least to the greatest, so that they were wearing themselves out trying to find the entrance. Then the men said to Lot, "Do you have anyone else here? Son-in-law and your sons and your daughters and all who are yours in the city, bring out of the place, for we are bringing this place to ruin." Hence Lot went on out and began to speak to his sons-in-law, who were to take his daughters, and he kept on saying, "Get up, get out of this place, because Jehovah is bringing the city to ruin." However, when the dawn ascended, then the angels became urgent with Lot, saying, "Get up, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are found here, for fear you may be swept away in the error of the city." And they proceeded to bring him out and to station him outside the city. And it came about that as soon as they had brought them forth to the outskirts, he began to say, "Escape for your soul. Do not look behind you, and do not stand still in all the district. Escape to the mountainous region, for fear you may be swept away." Then Jehovah made it rain sulfur and fire from Jehovah, from the heavens, upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah. So he went ahead, overthrowing these cities, even the entire district, and all the inhabitants of the cities and the plants of the ground. And his wife began to look around from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Now Abraham made his way early in the morning to the place where he had stood before Jehovah. Then he looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the district, and saw a sight. Why, here thick smoke ascended from the land, like the thick smoke of a kiln. And it came about that when God brought the cities of the district to ruin, God kept Abraham in mind in that he took steps to send Lot out of the midst of the overthrow when overthrowing the cities among which Lot had been dwelling.